there?
Kenyans were colonized by the British.
Yes.
The West Africa was colonized by the French. And the French were not just colonizing people like Kenya. Theirs was called assimilation. They would even change your culture and language. They would assimilate. Most West African countries speak French, and they go to homage to Paris. The West African countries know France and President Macron more than we do. They have all abandoned him. They want nothing to do with him. He is isolated. France is isolated by the former colonies. They know France more than we do. They are saying, no, these are exploiters. These are corrupt people. They don't mean well for Africa. Go away, we don't need you. Then, to salvage himself from isolation, he has come to East Africa, and specifically Kenya.
We're not listening.
It's only William Ruto who thinks he is anything. Kenyans know he is not. Let's start by the Rironi Mau Summit Road. During the reign of President Uhuru Kenyatta, the French companies entered an agreement, a contract with the Kenyan government to expand Rironi to Mau Summit to 8 lanes at a cost of 151 billion Kenya shillings. Okay? And when President William Ruto came to power, he didn't want to honor that. And he discussed with President Macron, and they discussed on how to get some money out of the whole thing, cancel the contract, and pay the French companies 7.1 billion shillings without doing anything. By simply cancel the contract and split the money halfway. 3.5 billion for President William Ruto, 3.5 billion for President Macron. We know those things. Then,
but how do you know this?
We know
because you're in the government?
I've been around. I was deputy president. I have people in government, and I was also a civil servant for a long time. In fact, Kenyans are shocked. Anything I say is true.
You know a lot.
I know, because I am government. I joined government at the age of 22 when I left university. I grew through the system. In every ministry, I know more than half the population at a personal level. 3 names, so and so. So I am a walking information box. I have information at my fingertips. Anything, I'm ahead of William Ruto. In fact, I am briefed better than he is briefed, because most times he doesn't know what's going on. Many times he hears things from me. So they decided to go to China and expand the contract, reduce the scope of the road from 8 lanes to 6 lanes, and add the amount to 200 billion. So they are stealing 50 billion with the Chinese, 7 billion with the French, 50 billion with the Chinese. There is a company called CRBC. It is actually the Chinese company that is doing corruption in Kenya. All the big projects in Kenya, the Talanta Stadium, they are doing that stadium over 100 billion.
Yes.
They are doing Bomas of Kenya of another 50 billion. They are doing the JKIA. They have been given another contract called Nairobi Railway City at a cost of 29 billion, when there is a company that had won that tender at 22 billion shillings. And William Ruto ordered for them to be deported back to China so that they don't challenge the award. So it was given to CRBC, and they are stealing 7 billion from that contract. So this CRBC is the biggest conduit of corruption in Kenya. And I'm asking the Chinese government to consider recording those people back to China, because they are the conduit of corruption, and we shall be able to prosecute them next year. I want to be very candid with CRBC that they will not escape, and I want to tell the government of the Republic of China, People's Republic of China, that the directors of CRBC will have to face the law for the amount of money they have stolen from the Kenyan taxpayers with the current administration. As soon as this administration is sent home, we are going to recover this money from CRBC. And again, all this money that William Ruto and his people are stealing, a new administration will recover this money, because there is no way we can have a change of government and just proceed like nothing was stolen from the people of Kenya.
Yes.
So Macron had come to Nairobi. That summit was a facade. It was a small screen. He had come to finalize the deal for the compensation of Rironi Summit Road. The Auditor General has released a report that this money has been gotten from the fuel levy. Against the law. Against the laws of our country. Because President Macron, President William Ruto are part of this deal. So they have circumvented the law to steal money from the public, to pay French companies so that this money can benefit President Macron and President William Ruto. And I want to be very candid with the Kenyan institutions.
Yes.
The pension funds, NSSF and other funds, money is being taken from NSSF to be taken to Rironi Mausami to do daily works. I want to tell all these funds, even there is an institution called Unclaimed Assets. That money was gotten from unclaimed assets against the law and taken to buy shares in Kenya Pipeline. I want to tell the managers of these pension funds, I want to tell the directors of all these institutions that are giving money to President William Ruto to push corruption against the law. Next year they'll have their day in court. And I want to be very candid, because they don't say we did not tell them. I am telling Kenyan fund managers who are getting money meant for workers to enhance corruption in Kenya. I'm telling institutions that are against the law, that are getting money to buy parastatus against the law, next year in October, in November,
This judgment.
they'll have their day in court. Okay. And they cannot escape. I'm telling the Chinese contractors who are being used by William Ruto to push corruption in Kenya, next year they'll have their day in court.